Hello, I'm Christina Johnson, Associate Curator of the FIDM Museum, and I am standing in a space that you will recognize if you have seen some of our previous unboxings, and that's our FIDM Museum office suite. 4 FIDM Museum staff members work in this office suite. I'm right there. Kevin Jones, our curator, right next door. Joanna Abijowdy, the museum associate, over there. And then Megan Hansen, our registrar, through that open door. And I'm talking about our office because I am going to be sharing with you a brand new acquisition. And all new acquisitions, whether they are purchased or donated, come into the museum office to be processed and isolated. This object was just acquired at Brimfield Antiques Week in Massachusetts, and it is a printed late 1850s day gown. And I have to say, 1840s and 1850s, my favorite era of fashion history. This gorgeous dress has a really typical 1850s silhouette with a huge skirt that would have been supported by a cage crinoline or petticoats. I mentioned this just came in from the fields of Brimfield, and you can see there's some light soiling and staining. We need to consult with our conservator to see if this piece can withstand a wet cleaning treatment. Here is the reverse of the dress, looking at the bodice. We also have an intensive freezing and vacuuming protocol. If a piece can withstand the freezing process and vacuuming process, we do that to mitigate any insects or any mold or mildew issues. Look at some construction details. The bodice opens at center front, and it has hooks and eyes at the interior. The skirt is cartridge pleated, really finely done. The gown is printed en disposition, which is a French term for laid out. Essentially, each of the elements of the dress were printed to become pattern pieces. So the skirt flounces were printed as flounces, the sleeves were printed as sleeves. This is a wonderful monochrome florid pattern on a lightweight cotton. You can see the arcs of the flowers here, and there's also a complementary fabric that has been printed underneath. This right here is one of the flounce hems. There is so much hand stitching on this piece, and at this time, late 1850s, you see hand stitching. You also see major seams oftentimes done with a sewing machine, but here it is all hand done. Now, there have always been fads in fashion, no matter the decade, no matter the century. And I was interested in finding examples of this type of dress in other collections. And Kevin and I were talking last night, and he reminded me that KCI has a similar piece. Here is the Kyoto Costume Institute's dress. It has 2 flounces instead of ours with 3, but you can see there is that very similar patterning, the floral patterning with the vertical interest and polka dots on it. Also a very lightweight cotton. I hope that you've enjoyed this unboxing story, and if you find any examples of this type of gown in institutional collections or in print media, let us know. See you later.